The diplomatic vessel Horizon's Promise had been in orbit around Vulpenia Prime for exactly 3 hours when Alex Chen realized his universal translator was malfunctioning. The device, standard issue for all human ambassadors, had been glitching since they'd passed through the Centauri belt, but Command had assured him it would self-correct. It had not self-corrected. Now, standing in the crystalline greeting hall of the Vulpinian capital, Alex faced the planet's representative with growing concern. She was stunning. Russet fur that caught the light like autumn leaves, elegant pointed ears that swiveled with every sound, and golden eyes that regarded him with cautious curiosity. Her name, according to his briefing packet, was Jennifer Swiftpaw, first daughter of the Northern clans. "Greetings, human," Jennifer said in flawless English, her voice carrying a musical lilt. "We welcome you to our world with open hearts and traditional hospitality." Alex's translator crackled ominously in his ear, then spat out a garbled interpretation in Vulpinian. He smiled, hoping his nervousness didn't show, and repeated what he thought was the appropriate formal response. The words felt clumsy on his tongue, consonants mixing with soft growls as required by Vulpinian phonetics. Jennifer's ears shot straight up. Her tail, which had been swaying gently behind her, went rigid. Around the hall, the other Vulpinian dignitaries gasped collectively, their whispers rising like wind through trees. You wish me to what?" Jennifer's eyes were wide, her paw-like hands clutching at the ornate diplomatic sash across her chest. Alex's stomach dropped. "I said I was honored to be here and hoped for friendship between our peoples, didn't I?" The translator buzzed, mangled his words again. Jennifer's expression shifted from shock to something else. Determination, perhaps? She squared her shoulders and nodded solemnly. "Very well, Ambassador Chen. If this is truly the greeting custom of your people, then in the interest of interstellar relations I shall comply." "Comply with... Wait, what?" "Devised humorous misunderstanding involving cultural ritual mistranslation. I need to make this humorous and appropriate. The misunderstanding should be about a cultural ritual that makes sense in context but isn't sexual. Let me have Jennifer think Alex has requested a traditional Vulpinian ritual due to the mistranslation." Before Alex could process what was happening, Jennifer began removing her diplomatic sash, then her outer ceremonial robe, then the decorative vest beneath it. "Wait!" Alex shouted, his face turning crimson. Several junior officers from Earth's delegation stepped forward, equally alarmed. "What are you doing?" Jennifer paused, ears flattening in confusion. "You requested the ritual of bare truth, did you not? Where participants remove the trappings of station and rank to negotiate as equals without pretense?" She gestured to her half-removed garments. "It is an ancient tradition, rarely invoked, but your translator specifically used the formal request phrase. I assumed humans had studied our customs thoroughly." "My translator is broken!" Alex practically shouted, frantically waving his hands. He tapped the device behind his ear desperately. "It's been spitting out random Vulpinian phrases since the Centauri belt. I was trying to say I was honored to meet you." The hall fell silent. Then Jennifer's muzzle twitched. A small sound escaped her throat, something between a bark and a laugh. Within seconds, she was doubled over, her tail wagging uncontrollably as peals of laughter echoed through the crystalline chamber. You accidentally... Oh, stars above!" She wiped tears from her golden eyes. "An ambassador, arriving at first contact, and his first words are to demand I strip in front of the entire planetary council." The other Vulpinians began laughing too, the sound spreading like wildfire. Even the stern-looking military attachés were struggling to maintain composure. Alex wanted the polished floor to open up and swallow him whole. "I am so sorry," he managed, his face still burning. "I had no idea. Command said the translator would fix itself." Jennifer, still chuckling, began readjusting her garments. Actually, Ambassador Chen, this might be the most memorable first contact in Vulpinian history. She straightened her sash, then approached him with a broad smile. And you've just taught us something valuable about humanity. That we're technologically incompetent? Alex muttered. No. Jennifer's expression softened, genuine warmth in her eyes. That you're genuine. Another species might have let me continue, too embarrassed to stop the misunderstanding, or they might have gotten angry, blamed us for your mistake. Instead, you immediately tried to fix it, even at the cost of your own dignity. She extended her paw. That takes courage. The kind of courage we want in an ally. Alex stared at her outstretched paw, then took it firmly. Her fur was incredibly soft, her grip warm and strong. So, we're not about to cause an interstellar incident? On the contrary. Jennifer's tail swayed in what he was beginning to recognize as amusement. You've just given us the perfect icebreaker for what will undoubtedly be long, complex negotiations. How can we stay rigid and formal after this? She leaned in conspiratorially. Between you and me, most of the council was terrified about meeting humans. They've heard stories. Warriors who fight with nuclear weapons. Survivors who can withstand extremes no other species tolerates. Innovators who reach the stars in a fraction of the time it took most civilizations. And now? Alex asked, finally allowing himself to relax slightly. Now they've seen that humans are also endearingly fallible, capable of mistakes, but also capable of humility and quick thinking. She gestured toward the council chambers. Come, Ambassador, let's begin our talks properly, and perhaps we can arrange for a proper Vulpinian technician to examine your translator. As they walked together through the crystalline halls, Alex couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. Here he was, humanity's representative to an entirely new species, and he'd started things off by accidentally requesting their diplomat strip. Yet somehow that disaster had opened a door that careful planning might never have managed. Ambassador Chen? Jennifer asked as they reached the council chamber doors. Please call me Alex. Alex? Then. Her ears perked forward in what he was learning meant friendly interest. When we write the official records of this meeting, may we include the translator malfunction? It's too good a story to leave out. Alex groaned, imagining the ribbing he'd receive from command. Then he grinned. Only if you include your reaction. Fair is fair. Jennifer's laugh echoed down the corridor, bright and welcoming. Humanity and Vulpinia are going to get along just fine, Alex Chen. Just fine indeed. As the council chamber doors opened before them, Alex reflected on the strange nature of diplomacy and on the peculiarly human ability to turn disaster into opportunity. Perhaps that's what made humanity special in the vast cosmos. Not that they never made mistakes, but that they knew how to laugh at them and move forward anyway. His translator crackled one more time, then finally died with a sad little beep. Alex just smiled and followed Jennifer inside. Sometimes, understanding didn't require perfect technology, just the willingness to try.